Hi there viewers, welcome to the Lunatic Reader. This is Tarun. I'm a bibliophile and also I love creating bookish content. So without wasting much of your time, let's get started with today's video. So today in this video, I'm going to give you guys a comprehensive and spoiler-free book review of You Are My Reason to Smile by Arpit Vageria. So before moving further ahead into the review guys, I'd like to present to you with some basic physical overview of this book and also a bunch of other details. Talking about the plot, I'll only give you guys a very superficial overview about the story because even if I end up giving you some minute details about this book, they might turn out to be huge spoilers while you're reading them because the story is based on a very thin and simple theme. So I don't want to reveal much of an info with that. And also, I would not recommend you or advise you in any way to have a glance at the back cover synopsis of this book, guys, because I think they've revealed too much information over there. I don't know why did they do that because they are major plot spoilers. So don't even have a glance at that because it's hardly 173 pages. So just go ahead and read it, but do not again ever have a glance at that synopsis before reading it. So Ranbir, the protagonist of this book, is working as a corporate employee. He's very ambitious and he's aspiring to become a writer in future because he is not fully satisfied with his desk job. But his girlfriend Ada, who's also the lead character in this book, is not pretty much supportive with her boyfriend's decision to become a writer because she thinks it's unstable and being a writer in India won't fetch you that much of money, so she doesn't want him to be a writer. And it also talks about how their relationship is going to be distorted and badly affected by this career transforming decision taken by Ranbir. So even though it might look very simple, but it's going to be very chaotic in future. So in order to know why a simple decision made by Ranbir would actually change a lot of things between a couple who are deeply in love with each other, you'll have to read the book. So basically this is the outline of the whole story. So in order to know if Ranbir would actually make a successful writer in future or would his girlfriend let him be a writer in the first place, you'll have to read the book and also to figure out how will he manage to convince his very skeptical bossy girlfriend that he can be a good writer at the same time he can make pretty decent amount of money. And also not only this guys, there are various other surprising elements in this book waiting for you and also many characters that are interesting. But I'm not going to talk about any of them or reveal anything related to them because of course it's going to ruin your reading experience. So you'll definitely have to try the book out. So now talking about one of my favorite aspects from this book are the characters. Because every single character in this book is unique in its own way and they have an essence of their own. So for which you will just love them. And moreover, these characters have a hell lot of content to offer to the story. And I think somehow they are the driving forces that kept me hooked to the story till the end. And also they had played a very important role. And moreover, while some characters are being pure pain in the ass, some characters are just lovable. You'll just want to know more about them and explore the other dimensions of their personality. So talking about the writing style and narration of this book, you'll find equal amount of pros and cons in it because for some readers this would be very easy to understand, easy to comprehend and fun to read book. But for voracious and avid readers, you just might not enjoy this book because I'll tell you the reason why it is like that further on as we move forward. But for now, I'll tell you that if you are a young adult reader who is just trying to explore few books from the literature, who is just trying up some romantic novels or something like that, then you will definitely enjoy this book because you'll not find any hard and vocabulary being used in this book. Neither will you find any complex jargons being involved. So it's pretty much simple, it's understandable, but at the same time it also has some disadvantages to the writing style and narration. So I can't completely say it's very simple at the same time. It's very difficult or something like that. Now talking about the drawbacks, the things which I actually hated about the narration and writing style are the author was just not being clear enough with his approach towards anything in the initial few chapters of the book. The way he was switching over from flashback to the current situation, he was not being very descriptive or clear enough for the readers to get what he was trying to convey. As a regular reader, I didn't find it that difficult to understand whatever he was trying to convey. But if you are actually just exploring books, if you are reading book for your first time, you might find it a bit confusing regarding what's actually going on. And moreover, the way the author was introducing new characters into the story was just not making any sense to me, because they were not given out with any previous interactions with the lead characters, so that you can be like, okay, I'm familiar with so and so character because I've seen her or him in the previous pages or something like that. No, he won't give you any description about those characters. He won't give you any backstory of those characters. XYZ is just present over there, and you'll have to figure it out and try to find out how this XYZ is related to the lead character by actually reading out the whole page and the context of that story, or else you will be just wondering who exactly is this person. So that's how shabby at times the narration and writing style gets. But apart from that, in many places or in most of the places, the writing style and narration are fine, they're not that bad. But at the same time, if you are a voracious reader like me, you wouldn't find this that impressive. So that's how it is. So finally, talking about my personal reading experience with this book, I wouldn't say it was so great or it wasn't too bad either. It was pretty decent enough. It was more than okayish for me, because I wasn't expecting something overwhelming out of this book. I was just expecting a simple, easy read which will be good to digest and where I can have fun with the characters and get to see some romantic drama involved in the story. And that's what I got. So I was pretty satisfied with that. But the only drawback is, of course, as I've mentioned, there are few flaws with the writing style and narration. They might annoy you a bit if you are a voracious reader, but at the same time, it also lets you explore some deeper dimensions of a relationship which we might never think about. So it also comes with some pretty good lessons to learn, you know. So there is nothing completely negative about this book. At the same time, there is nothing completely impressive about this book as well. So I would say it was pretty decent enough. My overall rating for You Are My Reason to Smile is 5 out of 10 stars, because I don't think it's a bad book. At the same time, I wouldn't call it a very impressive book either. I would say it's a pretty decent and fun to read book which you would like to have while drinking your evening coffee, sitting on the couch, relaxed, and trying to read something fun, dramatic, romantic, something like that. It will definitely offer you something worth reading. But at the same time, don't expect anything overwhelmingly good or enlightening from this book. You know, you get what you paid for in the end of the day. So that's all about today's video, guys. I hope you guys found this review helpful, and I'll come up with another comprehensive book review pretty soon. So till then, keep reading, keep smiling, and also thanks for watching.